Hi guys, I'm Paige Rakes, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about nursing today. I feel like when students come into college, they struggle with choosing a major, and they feel pressure to pick something quickly, and they don't know whether to pick something they actually like to do or something that's going to pay well. And I feel like a lot of the time, nursing is chosen only because it's the last resort for people, and they don't have anything else that they think they can do. But I hope to convince you today that nursing is actually a very well-rounded field of study, and it has great opportunities for you if you choose it. Through my research, I've shown that nursing offers many different degrees and just different career choices. If you have an interest in something in healthcare, then there's probably a nurse that you can be. Along with that, it presents you with an opportunity to travel both locally, nationally, and internationally, so you can see the world through nursing. And also, and this is a big one I think for college students, is it presents good job security for you. But first, I'd like to talk about the different career and degree choices for a nurse. Um, for According to careers.com, I just got a few degrees off there. One is a licensed practical nurse, and this, according to Careers, takes 1 to 2 years to complete, and they are considered an independent practitioner because they perform their tasks under direction and supervision. Another degree Careers listed was registered nurse, which is what a lot of people go into, and this is it can be done 3 ways: a 2 years associate, a 4-year bachelor, or a diploma in nursing. And they are independent practitioners because they don't need supervision. And lastly, on careers, there was a nurse practitioner. And this is for someone who would maybe want to go to school for a longer time because it needs a master's or a PhD. And they do a lot of things that doctors can do. They prescribe medicine, they diagnose, and they can even do some surgical procedures. Along with the different degrees, there are many different areas to specialize in. According to Johnson & Johnson, there are over 104 different areas. I'm just going to name a few because there's way too many to talk about. The first one would be emergency care, and this would be in hospitals and things of that nature. Some nurses under that specialty are critical care nurses, emergency nurses, and poison control nurses are just a few that were listed on Johnson & Johnson. Another specialty that Johnson & Johnson listed was family nursing, and this includes things like geriatric nursing, which is for the elderly, or pediatric nursing, which is for young children. And lastly, another area of specialty I found on Johnson & Johnson was psychological specialty, and these include nurses like psychiatric nurses, substance abuse nurses, and rehabilitation nurses. Now I want to talk about the opportunity to travel. There you have a chance to either travel locally, which is like what school nurses do. They travel from school to school locally. But there's also an opportunity to travel around the world. According to Johnson & Johnson, there are travel nurses who take temporary shifts, and they can either travel nationally for 3 to 4 weeks or internationally for up to 1 to 2 years. Along with that, Johnson & Johnson listed international nurses, and they choose specifically to go abroad to these other underdeveloped countries and help the people there. And another type of nursing that promotes travel that I saw on Johnson & Johnson was military nurses, and they actually travel with either the Marines or the Army, National Guard, things like that, and they go wherever their unit is stationed, and they work on their patients there. And lastly, I'd like to talk about job security, which is very important to a lot of people. In an article by Pamela Larson, she wrote that the demand for nursing is evident in all healthcare settings, and she just listed a few reasons why. One of them were that the elderly population is increasing, so the more the people are getting older, we're going to need more geriatric nurses, so we're always going to need them. Also, there is an increase in chronic diseases around the world, which may not be a good thing, but it is great for people in the healthcare setting, because there's always going to be a need to treat those who have these diseases. And lastly, Larson talked about how technology and medical advances have made people live longer. People are living much longer, so there's going to be much more need for nurses as the lifespan increases. So in conclusion, I hope you see that nursing provides so many different opportunities and such good job security that it really is a great choice and a major, and that it shouldn't be a last resort at all.